Hey! Hi, how you doing? This is Ryan, and welcome back to the GamerTronShow. It's been a while. Hey, about around 4 months? Whew, time flies. A lot has happened since then, and I don't just mean in my life personally. I mean around the world. What has happened these past 4 months? It's almost unbelievable. But alas, this is the reality we live in. I truly hope you and your own are keeping safe and doing the best you can. On a lighter note, I want to give you all an update on what's going on with me, my channel, and upcoming content. So, I'm still busting my ass at my full-time 9-to-5 retail job. Takes up most of my time and energy. The only reason I even have the time and energy to record and edit and upload this video is because I'm on vacation, baby. And vacation for me is spending most of the day sleeping, which I just want to put out there is really wonderful. To be honest, I can't for the life of me understand how there are content creators out there who are able to consistently upload videos and also maintain a full-time 9-to-5 job. I am envious of you folks. You are built different. I get home from work, I'm exhausted. I just want to rest. Don't misunderstand me, I'm still passionate about content creation, but making YouTube videos is work. It's creatively stimulating work, but it is still work regardless. It requires energy, it requires time. Things I don't have an abundance of anymore. But as you can see here with this video, when the opportunity presents itself, you can bet your ass I'll jump on it. Speaking of jumping on opportunities, as some of you may have already deduced listening to this video, I got a new microphone. And I not only got a new microphone, I got a new PC, baby! This bad boy right here, I finally upgraded after over a decade. But why, you may ask? Ryan, you're so cheap and stubborn and pig-headed. What was the straw that finally broke the Canadian camel's back and made you get a new PC? Oh, only one of my most anticipated video games of all time. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. This was the culprit. I've sung the praises of the first Space Marine on this channel for years. I've called it one of the best third-person action games of all time, and the best Warhammer video game of all time up until now, of course. I pre-ordered Space Marine 2 and eagerly awaited its release. So when I installed the game and started playing it on day one, and the game ran like absolute dog shit. It ran so bad I couldn't even get past the tutorial. I snapped, I cracked, I crumbled, I gave in, and said, fuck it. The time has come. I think every PC gamer can attest to this. There's always that one game that comes around and makes you realize, yeah, it's time to upgrade. Feel free to share your own examples in the comments down below. So yeah, new PC, runs like a dream. I didn't realize how bad I had it and how slow everything was running in terms of internet, various apps and programs and video games, of course. I didn't realize how bad I had it until I upgraded. So, with the exception of Final Fantasy XVI, my computer can run just about all modern games. Heartbroken by that fact, by the way. It's a shame Final Fantasy XVI is so poorly optimized, because I know for a fact, if I could play that game in full, it would be one of my favorite video games of all time. The little I did get to play, despite the wretched poor performance, was wonderful. I just know I would adore Final Fantasy XVI and it would be one of my favorite games of all time if I was able to play it. Ah, curses. I will have to wait until the next time I upgrade my PC. Fuck. Anyways, what kind of upcoming videos can you expect on this channel? Well, of course, there's my top 10 favorite video games of 2023. Yeah, I know, laugh it up, get it out of your system. Hey, my top 10 favorite games of 2019 came out in 2021, so you know what? It tracks with me. So the top 10 video games of 2023 video is still happening. I can give you no guarantees as to when it will be finished and uploaded. However, there are 3 different videos I have in the works that are coming in the near future that I can guarantee are coming in the near future. First up, obviously, a full-fledged review of Subverse 1.0 out of early access. Been meaning to do this for a while, but of course, work, life, etc. got in the way. Now, you all know Subverse is such an important game to me. The people behind it are so important to me. One way or another, the final review of Subverse is gonna happen. Up next, I have a secret project brewing, one that I'm working on with my good friend and fellow content creator, Game Revo. I'll keep the spoilers to a minimum and just say the video is about some of my favorite video games of all time. Lastly, you know I'm gonna make a video on Doom the Dark Ages. Doom Eternal is my favorite video game of all time. This is the sequel to my favorite video game of all time. Of course I'm gonna play it. Of course I'm gonna talk about it. Of course I'm gonna make a video on it. Probably won't be anything too crazy, but yeah, expect a Doom the Dark Ages video. Now with all the fun stuff out of the way, let's talk about something not as fun. In the middle of 2024, I exposed the YouTube channel Andy Pants Gaming and the man behind it, Andrew Parker, for being a massive liar and a genuine grifter. It was also put out onto the internet by myself and others that I was working with the one and only The Act Man on a video doing a deep dive exposing all of the lies of Andy Pants Gaming. And many have been wondering, where is that video? Look, here's what happened. Me and Actman were working on it. We were working on it for a while. Hell, we assembled a whole fucking team to deep dive into Andrew's dirty laundry. Shout out to Q's Hood Ornament, who did some serious investigative journalism. Don't think I've forgotten about you, man. But here's the long and short of it. Actman had other projects that he wanted to work on and thought were more worth his time, and I can't blame him. Andrew is an incredibly frustrating and exhausting individual, an attention-hungry narcissist who's spent his entire online history lying and contradicting himself, while also sharing way too much personal information on the internet. And I have to agree with Actman. He isn't worth the time. He's a loser who, without doxing him more than he's already doxed himself, won the lottery of life, and that still wasn't good enough for him. The sheer avarice of this fool. In the end, Andrew is a loser. His simps are losers, and while the disinformation they spread is harmful, we can combat it without giving them the attention they crave. So, unless the dumb bastard does something drastic, I'm gonna leave the Andy Pants Gaming chapter of my channel come to a close here. However, don't think that means I'm gonna stop calling out grifters from now on. Oh no, no, no. While there remains gaming demagogues who wanna fuck around, I will always be here to help them find out. When I have the free time, of course. They better pray that I don't get any. Anyways, I think that's the fun and not so fun updates out of the way, so before I have to leave you all for now and eventually return to the mines of 9 to 5 retail, I would like to remind you all of this, because you know I can't help myself. And what kind of video game focused YouTube channel would I be if I didn't mention that video games are in fact not dying. Look, I know the disinformation and propaganda spewed by doomers and grifters is in full force right now, but do not let them dissuade you from trying out and playing some of the amazing video games that have come out the past couple years and that I've been personally playing and loving. For example, I recently played and beat the first Berserker Kazan. Fantastic game. If you love hack and slash games and Souls-likes, absolute must-play. Amazing boss battles in this one. Before that, I played Monster Hunter Wilds, and it's more Monster Hunter. And I fucking love Monster Hunter. And if you love Monster Hunter, you have no reason to not check out Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds also acts as a really good jumping in starting point for a new Monster Hunter player if you've never played a Monster Hunter game before. Wilds. Such a great game. Admittedly, I have a few personal criticisms of the game, but nothing so serious that dampened my overall enjoyment of the experience. Monster Hunter Wilds is more Monster Hunter, and I love Monster Hunter. Finally, before Monster Hunter Wilds, I was playing Eternal Strands. I love this game, can't recommend it enough. Beautiful visuals and music, lovable, memorable characters, Shadow of the Colossus style giant bosses, and a genuinely engaging and creative crafting system. Oh, and don't even get me started on all of the amazing video games that came out in 2024 but I didn't have time to make videos on, like Space Marine 2, Wayfinder, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and so many more. Bruh, these past few years, I've been in gaming heaven. Everywhere I look, there's cool, new, and interesting video games coming out, but I don't have enough time. There's too many games and not enough time. But alas, c'est la vie. Well, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for watching this video. Glad to catch up with all y'all. Unfortunately, it's going to be like this for a while. Sporadic and absent, but always caring and always here. This YouTube channel, as silly as it may sound, is an important part of my life. While there may be some long gaps in between uploads, I won't be quitting anytime soon. I can promise you that. Anyways, that's been a video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.